One of our three deceivers once walked to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm. You can tell us who you think it is by voting along in the chat. Now let's find out who's telling the truth and who is a chump. Welcome to Chump, everybody, the Rooster Teeth game show all about lying and deception. I'm your host, Jeremy Dooley, and this episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Make sure to protect your online identity today by heading to expressvpn.com/RTTV. And now it's time to introduce our three deceivers for today's episode, starting with deceiver number one, Steffi Hardy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Deceiver number two, Charlotte McGrath. Yay! And deceiver number three, returning as his second persona, it's Nick Schwartz.
This is the second persona?
No mask. Yes, we had the sauce monkey on before. I have a monkey mask. I have a monkey mask. Only two people can sort out if they're telling the truth or telling a lie. The first being today's contestant, Omar Diarmas. Welcome, Omar.
Hello. That's me.
Welcome, Omar. And the other person being you, the audience, playing along. Good luck, audience. You've had a rough patch of it. But we have a lot of new competitors on the show today. So I want to get a feel for how they're feeling. Start with Omar. Omar, you need to be the one determining if they're telling the truth or telling a lie. Do you think you'll be able to do such a thing? And how well do you know all three of these competitors?
Well, I've met everybody. I know Charlotte pretty well. I think Charlotte wouldn't fuck me over on this stuff, but I certainly hope so. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea how this is going to go. I warned you at the beginning, like, I have no idea how I'm going to do on this stuff, guys. I'm here for you. Let's do it.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing some of the lies going into this. But, you know, I guess the only way to figure out what's going to happen is by just jumping straight into our first game, which, of course, is called Just the Facts. Now, in this game, I'm going to be providing Omar with one fact that is true about one of our three deceivers. However, all three of them are going to be acting like that fact is about them. Omar can question each of them about this fact. Up to my discretion, I'll tell him when to move on to the next person. And then at the end of the game, simply has to tell me who this fact is truly about. So remember, the person whose fact it is telling the truth. The other two are just making up answers to Omar's questions. And the fact that we're talking about today is the one we mentioned at the beginning of the show, which is one of our three deceivers once walked to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm. So which of the three deceivers did that? Audience, you are, of course, playing along as well. A poll will be up in the chat. You simply click on the button who you want to vote for. You can change at any time. And if you're playing on mobile, you write down your answer in the chat using hashtags and numbers. So hashtag 1, Steffi, hashtag 2, Charlotte, hashtag 3, Nick. That's the only time I'm going to explain that. You know how it works. All right. So Omar, walk to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm. Who do you want to question first about this? You can start with whoever you want.
Yeah, let's just go in order here. I'm going to start with Steffi.
All right, going in order. Starting with Steffi, there's no time limit, so whenever you're ready, begin your questioning.
All right, Steffi, when did this happen?
This is about like 2017, maybe 16.
Okay, and where were you living at the time?
I was actually visiting my grandmother. I was staying with her for a while.
Where? In
Buffalo, New York.
Country, at least. No. Okay.
Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York. And what prompted you to go to a 7-Eleven during an ice storm?
Okay, so it was that time of the month, and I needed some Dr. Pepper and hot Cheetos, or I was going to murder somebody.
Okay. And how far away was the 7-Eleven?
It was only a mile, but it felt like forever.
A mile is a long way, though, to walk through an ice storm.
It's not that bad.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Just tennis shoes.
Just tennis shoes, huh?
Yeah.
And how iced up was the sidewalk?
It was pretty slippery, but New York's pretty good about like, going through it, leaving salt everywhere and dirt. So it was manageable, just really, really windy and cold. It was actually the wind that was like really difficult to deal with.
Okay.
All right, Omar, I'm gonna cut you off there. You're questioning for Steffi. That Steffi, that's not what I was expecting when you started. What were you going to get? My time of the month, Dr. Pepper.
Hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper. Weird pairing.
Good to see the doctor.
Omar, do you want to continue going in order here?
Yeah, let's go with Charlotte.
Going with Charlotte next. All right, walk to a 7-Eleven in an ice storm. Whenever you're ready, begin your questioning.
All right, Charlotte, where were you when this happened?
Let me just say first, Omar, we're friends. I would never lie to you.
Okay, yeah, I hope so.
I was in Philadelphia.
You're in Philadelphia? And
Yeah.
when was this?
It's like 2013, I think.
Okay. And what prompted you to go to a 7-Eleven?
My friend was visiting and I had no food in my apartment, so we had to go. But in our defense, it started out lighter. And then by the time we got to the 7-Eleven, it was full ice.
Okay. And how long did it take you to get there and back? Or to get there or back?
It was like 5 blocks, so it wasn't that far, but it was very slow going by the end. So I guess like 25 minutes.
And were you successful in your endeavor?
Oh yeah, we got it. We got there.
You got the food and you made it back in the ice storm?
Yeah, I mean,
What did
it's
you
not
buy?
the most interesting story. They just asked for a fact. I got 7-Eleven pizza because I used to mainline that shit when my body could take it. And my friend got, I don't know, maybe one of those like rollers, like the breaded, not a taquito, but you know what I'm talking about.
Like a hot dog?
Unless you don't.
Like a corn
No,
dog?
it's not like a hot dog. It's like I've never gotten one, so I truly don't know what's inside it, but it's like a breaded fucking shit that you eat.
What's your go-to beverage at a 7-Eleven?
The raspberry, it's not Gold Peak, it's the other iced tea. Pure Leaf.
Pure leaf
Raspberry
okay.
Pure Leaf. Yeah. Classic shit.
Mm.
Classic
And,
fucking shit that you put in your fucking mouth. I don't know.
Where was your friend visiting from?
He was visiting from high school, but he was about to go to NYU.
All right, Omar, I'm going to cut you off there. You're questioning. Charlotte, you're killing me there because I can't remember the name of those either. I know what you're talking about with 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's a thing. And they're not natural. They're not of this world, like agriculturally.
No.
It's something made in a lab.
Like a corn
Some
dog.
kind of storm. It's like a cyclone or a tornado. Or it's got a name like that. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But that leaves one deceiver left. Nick Schwartz walked to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm. Omar, your final questioning whenever you're ready. Go for it.
All right, Nick. What made you go to a 7-Eleven during an ice storm?
So at this time frame, 7-Eleven was doing this specialty deal where they had something with the Simpsons and they were serving, instead of Slurpees, they were calling them Squishies. And my friend and I thought, well, we have to get in on this right away.
Okay. How far away was that 7-Eleven?
A mile to 2 miles. It depends. We had to walk through our campus to get there.
Mile or 2 miles? Those are very different distances there. One is double
It
the
was
other.
long.
So, okay, it was a long way.
It's a long walk.
It was a long walk. How bad was the ice storm at the time?
It was in the middle of giving us a little bit of snow, but like the ice was already down. So it was pretty slick at this point. So we just had to take it as slow as possible so as not to die.
Okay. And how prepared were you at the time for cold weather?
Not at all. It's Austin, so it's one of these places that doesn't get this weather except every 10 years, one of these big storms. So, we were wearing like shorts and like maybe a regular jacket with some sneakers. It was very slow going.
Did anything bad happen to you guys on the way there or back?
I'm sure we slid a couple of times, but no life-threatening injuries or anything like that.
No rolled ankles, no big spills, bum hurts or anything like that.
If they happened, the squishies made us forget everything.
Okay.
Damn. All right. The squishies. All right, those are 3 stories that I heavily relate to. All of them. I mean, for real. Audience, last chance to change your answer if anyone managed to convince you, and get your answers in now. We'll lock you in just a second here. But first, Omar, without saying exactly who you're going for, is there anyone you don't believe after hearing that, or anyone who's managing to convince you a little bit?
I think I can see truth in what Steffi and Charlotte said. I don't know if I see a story. I feel like that's a story you remember, and I don't get that vibe from Nick. He did have a specifics, but those are the kind of weird specifics that are too specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the ladies here. I think I know what I'm doing though.
You got the answer in your head? All right. Yeah. Before we get the final answer, audience, you are now locked in. Thank you very much for playing game number 1, and best of luck to you getting some points here. Omar, and now it is to you. So, Steffi, Charlotte, Nick, who walked to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm?
I'm gonna say, final answer here. What was that? I'm gonna say Charlotte. I think that I might be fucking myself, but I think I kind of remember talking about this story at one point, like last year or something. So I'm gonna lock in Charlotte. That could be fucking myself, but Steffi's is also very valid. So if it's Steffi, I won't be surprised.
And then Nick showed up. All right, let's lock in Charlotte. All right, we have locked in Charlotte, and we also had the audience all locked in there. And I saw the poll just ended, so they might need just a little bit here, but hopefully not. Let's see. Can we see what the audience voted in terms of who walked to 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm? Steffi, 42% went for Steffi. All right, so
that vote for Nick though makes me a little more confident.
The contestant has gone for Charlotte. The audience have gone for Steffi. And I can reveal that the person who once walked to a 7-Eleven in the middle of an ice storm was Nick Schwartz. Nick was the one telling the truth.
Hello.
Do you want to say hello again?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I had a moment of like, oh no. But no.
It had like I don't know how far away it was. We were like, whatever. It was an ice storm. Who cares? The only thing that made sense was like, yeah, we were going to go get squishies. And I remember 7-Eleven doing the squishy thing, but I don't remember it being that long ago. And you guys acted like that ice storm that you had a couple of weeks ago was like a freak occurrence or whatever. So,
I mean, that one, it was slightly different back then. It wasn't as bad as this last time. Like, we still had power and everything, but we ended up walking across the entirety of the UT campus to get to the 7-Eleven on the other side. And I have no idea how far that is. It's a mile to 2 miles. It's in between.
Omar, that is double.
Yeah. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, Steffi and I are in the clear. You sound more credible.
Oh, that person's 35 to 70 years old, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
who knows?
I was like, who's going to question a period? Like,
That was a good tactic.
It's a good fact.
I felt prepared because I think that's a pretty wild story for Texas, but in the Northeast, I mean, I was like, I have plenty of stories like this. I changed things in my story, but I was like, no problem. So technically, right. I didn't lie to you, Omar. I just changed the truth.
Just admitted some facts.
Didn't lie, just changed the truth. All right, so that is round number 1, which means the deceivers get 2 points for fooling both the audience and the contestant. This episode of CHUMP is brought to you by DoorDash. Ever get all the way home from the grocery store and realize you forgot toothpaste? It's not a problem because now your favorite restaurant delivery service, DoorDash, can deliver household essentials in under an hour. DoorDash still connects you with restaurants that you love right to your door. Ordering is super easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want from where you want, and your items will be left at your door with their contactless delivery drop-off setting. DoorDash is super easy to use, and I always use DoorDash on Wednesday nights like this for Chump because I can order it right before the show begins. I can tell it when I want it to show up. So when I'm done recording the show, I can walk downstairs. My food is there waiting for me. And of course, I get alerts telling me how far away the food is and when it has arrived. So I can safely go get it and have dinner without all of the hassle of getting that set up. For a limited time, Chump viewers and listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code CHUMP 2021. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and use the code CHUMP2021. My voice is cracking. I'm so excited. Remember, that's code CHUMP2021 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change and terms apply. Thank you, DoorDash, for your support. But still, everything can change. And remember, it's not about who has the most points. It's about who has the least at the end. That's who you really don't want to be. So it's time to put more points on the board.
Be the loser. Okay.
Don't be the loser. That's it. There is no winner. There is only a chump and everyone else. So we're moving on to game 2, which is called What's in Your House? In this game, I'll be going down the line of deceivers and having them give a 1-sentence description of a bizarre item that they have in their house. Omar will then question each of them, once again up to my discretion. I'll tell them when to move on to the next person about the item that they describe to get a bit more information about it, because only one of them is telling the truth. The other 2 are making up items that do not exist, trying to convince Omar that they do exist and that they're in the deceiver's house. Audience, you're voting along, just saying who has the real item. That's all you need to do. Same voting system as before. So before the questioning begins, it's time to hear a 1-sentence description of these items, starting with Steffi. So Steffi, what is in your house?
In my house is a big booty flower vase.
A big booty
Oh,
flower
a
vase.
BBV. Or BBV.
classic.
BBFV.
BBFE.
Charlotte, what is in your house?
In my house is a normal sized bottle of rabbit shampoo.
A bottle of rabbit shampoo.
A normal sized bottle of rabbit shampoo.
Normal size.
None of this big booty vase nonsense. In moderation. That's where the secret lies.
Average rabbit shampoo. And
Yes.
Nick, what is in your house?
In my house is a Chuck E. Cheese costume.
All right, a Chuck Entertainment
What size
cheese
is it?
costume.
Is that what the E
Hang on,
stands
that's
for?
for Omar.
No way.
Of what size?
Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah. I'm afraid
I'll
that's
take a
for
normal
Omar's
size.
questioning.
Right.
Yeah.
Audience, you're voting on who's telling the truth. Omar, who do you want to question first here?
Let's do reverse order here. Let's start with Nick.
All right, starting with Nick, with the Chuck suit. Whenever you're ready to begin your questioning, go for it.
How did you get your Chuck E. Cheese suit?
So when they changed from the old Chuck E. Cheese outfit to the new one, and they changed the logo from like the bucktooth dude to like the skinnier one, they had to get rid of all the old suits. And I worked at a Chuck E. Cheese years ago, so I had a couple of friends who still work there. And I called their manager and asked if he would be willing to sell it, and he sold it right to me.
Oh, so you bought it. How many
Yeah.
times have you worn Chuck E. Cheese?
That's a good question. A couple of times for a goof.
For a goof? Where do you keep
Yeah.
your Charles E. Cheese?
Hanging in this here closet.
Hanging. How big is the head?
Yeah. That's probably as big as the sauce monkey head. It's about the same size. It's like this big around.
Okay. In how smelly is that Chuck E. Cheese suit?
Oh, it doesn't smell good. No, that thing's been sweat on millions of times. There's no way it smells good anymore. No.
Gross.
Yeah, it's just,
How, man, what kind of feet? Like, what kind of feet does it have?
it's got coming out of the shorts. It's got like the fur legs going into the little tennis shoes that are like the big goofy size.
What are those made of?
It's some weird plastic. It's like imitation shoe, not leather, but that shoe plastic.
Shoe
Okay.
plastic.
Yeah,
Shoe
if that's a thing.
Shoe plastic.
Look how many shoes are behind Omar. You're gonna fool him with shoe plastic.
Shoe plastic. When you step into the shoe, is your foot touching the ground, or is it like, are you encased in the shoe?
Is it in the ground? It's got a little bit of padding, so it's not directly onto the ground, but it's giving you enough space to where you can stand a little bit taller within it.
Okay. Do you wear a shoe
All right,
inside
Omar.
the shoe?
You can, but you don't have to.
Okay.
That is your questioning there. Very, very shoe focused. I feel like Omar started to laser focus in on these shoes.
I wonder why.
All right, so Omar still going reverse order here. That is the plan.
Yeah. Let's go, Charlotte.
All right.
All right,
normal
let's go,
size
Charlotte.
bottle of
All right,
rabbit
let's
shampoo.
go, Charlotte.
All right. Whenever you're ready, begin.
What? Why do you have rabbit shampoo?
It was my ex's.
What makes shampoo
Well-
specific for a rabbit?
I mean, I don't know. Like, so it not being mine means it wasn't my rabbit, so I don't know. I came with her when she bought it, though. It might just be pet shampoo. It's an unlabeled bottle,
It's an unlabeled.
but
bottle,
it was
it's
for a rabbit. Yeah, I said normal size because it seems like a reasonable amount of
How often
shampoo
was
for
your
rabbit.
ex
I don't know.
bathing their rabbit?
I mean, probably at home a lot, but like, she was like, I want to hang out, but I have to give the rabbit a bath. And I was like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you do things that you don't care about because you want to spend time with someone. So I was like, come do it over here. And the shampoo's been here ever since the relationship.
How long have you had how long have you had this bottle of shampoo sitting around?
It's been with me through 3 apartments now.
Where do you keep this bottle of shampoo?
I don't know, with the cleaning supplies. It's just, you know, I just packed it up and brought it with me.
What's the what's the picture on the label?
There's no label. This is what I'm saying. It's like a plastic like spray bottle, but not with a spray top, but like the spray size that you can just twist off the cap and pour it out. It's like a purpley liquid.
Where did
It was used for a rabbit. That's why I say it.
Yeah, where did it come from?
It came from
Did
a
you
pet
buy it or
store.
did you make it?
No, I don't think she made it. And we went to a pet store once to get other stuff, so I assume it's from there, up in Burbank.
But it doesn't have a label. Came from a store, but no
It
label.
doesn't have a label. I don't know. Maybe it was wholesale.
All right, Omar.
I'm not a rabbit.
Well, that was evidenced by possibly my favorite answer to any question we've had before is, why do you have rabbit shampoo? And chose it was by accident. I love that. All right, and then Omar, one questioning left. It is the BBFV, the Big Booty Flower Vase. So whenever you're ready to question Steffi, go for it.
All right, Steffi, how big is the booty?
The thick, like at least 3 C's thick. It's thick.
Ooh. Ratio to vase to booty. What's the biggest part of that?
Oh, it's the booty. It's the biggest part.
Okay, and where do you what's in the big booty vase right now?
Flowers.
Flowers? What kind of flowers? Long stem, short
lilies.
stem, dirt.
Lilies. It's water
Lilies.
in the vase, lilies in it with some other flowers I don't know the name of.
What color is the vase?
White.
White. What's it made out of?
glass. It's like some kind of ceramic glass thing. I don't know. It's thick.
Where do you keep your big booty vase?
So I have this little bookshelf in my living room, and it's on top of that.
How often do people ask you about your booty vase?
Not often at all because we've been in quarantine, so I don't really have people over at the moment.
Where did it come from?
My friend Emily gifted it to me for Christmas.
Okay, so you've had it since it's a newer booty.
Yeah. So whatever. What month are we in? March. Yeah. So about 3 months.
Okay, so it's fresh booty.
Fresh booty.
Oh God.
Jesus.
What color are the flowers that are inside your booty?
So the lilies are like a dark purple, and the other flowers are a light purple.
All right, that's your questioning, Omar. I will allow for that. The color of the flowers. What a series of questions and answers. All right. Those are the 3 items. Audience, last chance to change your answers now. Omar, after hearing everyone's answers, is there anyone you're completely not believing, or you're kind of a toss-up between a couple? What are you thinking here?
Well, I think Charlotte is full of shit on that one. I'm really having a hard time.
Wow.
Nick seems like the kind of person who's got a Chuck E. Cheese costume in the closet next to him, like straight up. Seems like that's very possible. But a big booty vase, I want to exist, I think. So
We all do inside.
I'm a little torn between Steffi and Nick right now. I think I might be leaning towards Nick.
I'm just totally written off. Wow.
Yeah. Rabbit shampoo is. If you said like horse shampoo or something, I would have believed you.
That's weirder to have
No, it's not.
than rabbit shampoo. Have you not
used horse shampoo in my life?
Why?
Omar, we're gonna have you on as a deceiver in the future. Watch our post show. You'll hear about the horse shampoo. Audience, we're gonna lock in your answer. Thank you very much for playing round number 2. Best of luck to you, Omar. It is time to hear your answer. Who has the real item in their house?
I'm gonna go Nick this time. I really want Nick to have this fucking. I kind of want to see the Chuck E. Cheese costume. Or yeah, so
When
that's,
Chuck
I'm gonna
Bub
go.
on
If it's the
screen.
booty vase, though, I'm gonna be really happy. But I'm gonna go with Nick.
Do you want to lock in Nick?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Nick.
Let's
Last chance to lock in
Nick.
Charlotte.
Oh. 180. Lock in Charlotte. All right, audience, it is time to see who you voted for before we reveal the actual item. Did you vote for Steffi, Charlotte, or Nick? Let's see those percentages.
Ooh.
Heavily
shit.
Steffi, 66%. Charlotte with 11. Nick, I think, was also
Yeah.
23 last time too.
Yeah, it's all the same people. Only the people. The Nick crowd is very focused on Nick. So.
Consistency.
Nick
Yeah.
Nick Schwartz crowd. They love it.
The Nick army is
so
the
this-
strongest army.
Only
The Nick Schwarmy.
The Schwarmy.
I like that. I like that.
That's
I
it,
like
Nick.
that.
You have it
that.
now.
You got your.
Got it.
Twitch
We'll get a
audience
shirt
name
made.
now.
I'm gonna go change.
This game works a bit differently. Rather than I just say who has the item, I'm going to count down from 3 and say reveal, and the person who actually has the item will hold it up and reveal it to everyone watching. So Omar has gone for Nick, and the audience have gone for Steffi. But it's time to see who has the real item in 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh, it's thick.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Is it
I-
thick?
Damn.
I could not
Yeah, it
possibly
is
picture
thick.
that. She's caked up. My God,
my
double
God.
cheeked up.
That is not at all
On a
what I
work
was
day?
expecting at all.
I told you that's like 3 C's thick. Like,
Wow.
What I love is it has legitimate love handles. That there. Look at that. That is amazing.
this is my favorite thing in the world right now. I love it so much. It was the perfect Christmas gift. Emily, I know you're in the chat. I love you so much. So yeah,
When you put that up,
That's nice.
which direction does it face? Is it a forward-facing face, or is it always booty forward?
I kind of switch it depending like how I feel. So sometimes this way, but I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Is that a belly button?
Yeah, there's a little belly
Yeah, it needs a
button.
profile view.
Oh.
Look at that.
Dude,
Oh wow! You are going to break
Look at
the
that
internet.
shell.
Oh my
you can like
god.
hold a pencil in there. Like,
Well, I get a lot of compliments for this vase. I think I'm just as disappointed as you are that Nick does not own Chuck.
Me too.
I also got really thrown off when Charlotte picked up a bottle. I was like, oh my god,
She did it at the right time. She went for it just early enough, and I was just like, "Fuck!"
I wanted to turn you off. Exactly why I did it. Because I'm filled with, honestly, rage. If I had said horse, I can't believe it. I can't believe. I don't want to believe
Horse.
the
I
rabbit
can't wait to
shampoo.
hear it.
Oh no! Wow, my girlfriend
Rabbit
brought her
shampoo.
horse over my place. Rabbit. And the reason I said unlabeled bottle is because I figured any fictional rabbit shampoo name I came up with would be less believable than an unlabeled bottle.
I see what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You could have
gonna
gone
hear
Peter
more about
Rabbit.
the
Peter
horse
Rabbit would have
shampoo.
been a very believable shampoo.
Bunshine, clear coat. Hop along to the shower.
Ooh, sunshine. This episode of Chump is brought to you by Bespoke Post. Spring is here, and Bespoke Post has a perfect new lineup of outdoor essentials for guys guaranteed to upgrade your life. Yes, it is getting warmer outside finally, which means I can finally go out and do the things I love, like hiking and fishing. And for those, I always bring with me a Damascus steel blade I got from Bespoke Post that I love the quality of. It goes into my tackle box when I go fishing, and it's super useful to have because everything they make is just an extremely high quality. Bespoke Post only sends guys the best stuff every month. Box of Awesome has you covered no matter what you're into. Box of Awesome's new Deploy box has an everyday toolkit that fits on a keychain. And I want it because I'm outside all of the time. So to have all that utility just on my keychain whenever I need it is great to have. It's got a bottle opener, a mini lighter, and even a grappling hook for grabbing items you need from far away. Who doesn't want to do that? That's mine now. I mean, come on, that's pretty. The Batman does that kind of stuff. There's also a kit for smoking your own cocktails, and you can use it to smoke food too, which is awesome. You ever had a smoked cocktail before? It really adds a flavor to it. There's new things you can always try using these Box of Awesome kits, because if you want to experiment with anything, give it a shot. This is a great way to do it. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers help them pick the right box for you. Sign up is free, and you can skip a month or cancel at any time. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code CHUMP at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code CHUMP for 20% off your first box. Thank you very much, Bespoke Post. Now, back to the show.
Bunshine.
That vase
Well, you can
recently
use that
got
on the vase.
Bunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means at the end of that round, the audience gets a point and the deceivers get a point for fooling the contestant, which means the score is now 1-0 to 3. But that does not, I don't think that means anyone is safe quite yet, because all three teams can earn 2 points in the next round.
Okay.
Deceivers, you might actually, I think Deceivers, you're pretty okay here, but audience and Omar are going to be really competing to see who is going to be the chump, or if there's going to be a tie chump as we go into our final game, which is called Pushing the Envelope. Now, in this game, I've got these 3 red envelopes. Each one contains a true fact about one of our 3 deceivers. I'm going to shuffle them up and redistribute them. So they might get their own fact, or they might get someone else's. Omar is going to question each of them for 60 seconds about the fact they received. So if it's theirs, they answer truthfully for those 60 seconds. If it's not theirs, they lie to get Omar to think that that fact is about them. Now, it's time to distribute these facts. Audience will explain how you work in just a little bit. Starting with Steffi. Steffi once got coffee for a popular actor. Once got coffee for a popular actor. We'll see who that actor is. Charlotte used to run a stuffed toys travel blog. The travel blog for a stuffed toy. And Nick once won a month-long rock band competition at a restaurant. A month-long rock band competition. That is all of the facts. You have 60 seconds to question each. An audience, you work a little differently. We're going to assign a single fact to you that you are voting on. And that one is, who ran a stuffed toys travel blog? So Charlotte is claiming that this is about her. But after you hear all of the questioning, you need to decide who this fact is about. Is it about Charlotte? Is it about Steffi? Is it about Nick? If you get it right, that's 2 points for you. Omar, 60 seconds. Who do you want to question first?
Wait, can I ask you a question real quick? Are these only one of these are true, or
No,
only one person?
All three are true. So all three are true. There's one about each deceiver, but we've shuffled them up. So all of them happened to someone, but we don't know if it happened to the person who is claiming that it happened to them. So they might have gotten their fact or someone else's fact. But they are all things that happened to one of the deceivers here. So who would you like to question first here?
Let's start with Charlotte, because we'll start first with each person. Fairness.
All right. I like that.
Thank you, Omar.
You're welcome.
Used to run a stuffed toys travel blog. So 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
Where did you publish this blog?
WordPress.
WordPress. How many stuffed animals traveled on your blog?
It was for one stuffed toy. It wasn't a stuffed toy travel blog. It was for one stuffed bulldog.
Stuffed bulldog. What was the bulldog's name?
Fonzie. And the name of the blog was Fonzie's World.
What was the last place that Fonzie visited?
Italy. I've never been to Italy, but I would just pass them around to my friends when I found out they were traveling.
Oh, so this is the bulldog actually went on trips.
Yeah. No, yeah. This is journalism. This is authentic. Basically, if my friend was like,
what was Fonzie's favorite place?
Michigan.
Oh.
And most of the traveling was inside the continental United States because I didn't have very wealthy friends.
So there you go. That is so audience, you are voting on that story in particular. Do you think that it is about Charlotte? Do you think it's about Steffi? Do you think it's about Nick? Make sure to cast your votes. Omar, 60 seconds to question someone else. Who do you want to go to next?
Let's go, Steffi.
Going Steffi next. Once got coffee for a popular actor. 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, get set, go.
Who was the actor?
Danny Trejo.
How did he take his coffee?
Black, but we had like a little station with different like syrups and stuff, and I think I saw him put like vanilla or something in there.
So you got Danny Trejo coffee, but he put his own stuff in it?
Yeah, we have a look. So I used to work at a cafe called The Hideout, and he was just stopping by.
Okay. What was Danny Trejo? Was he kind to you as the barista?
Yeah, he was really nice. I kind of fangirling a little bit, but I'm a pro. But yeah, he was just really nice and sweet and said hello to everybody.
What size coffee did Danny Trejo make or drink?
It was a medium.
Medium. Okay.
A normal, as we call it, in terms of rabbit champagne.
Normal size coffee.
God. I wish that the answer was, how does Danny Trejo take his coffee? Like, oh, caramel swirl, whipped cream, 2 pumps. That is awesome. So Danny Trejo's coffee. Omar, who do we question next? Well, Nick. We know who we question next. It's Nick. Nick.
Where to go?
Claims to. I know. I'm so used to being like, all right, what now? Nick claims to have won a month-long rock band competition at a restaurant. A mouthful, that one. 60 seconds on the clock to question Nick. Ready, get set, go.
What restaurant was this competition at?
It's a burrito place in San Antonio called Habaneros.
Okay. And when did this happen?
This is during college, so it must have been 2008, 9, somewhere in there.
Okay, which version of Rock Band?
I think the first one.
Okay, what instrument did you play?
I was the singer, so yay for me.
Oh, so this was a full band, a full rock band?
Oh, we had the bass, we had the guitarist, and we had the drummer, and then me, who had to, along to the song.
How many rounds was the competition?
It lasted 4 weeks, so it was 4 weekends, and they did every Friday night they would do the round, so 4 weeks.
What was name the 4 songs you guys played in each round?
Oh my god, that's a great question. I can't even think of I can't even think of a single song off that anymore. I've played it so many times. It was the Modest Mouse song. It was the Modest Mouse song. That was one of them, but I can't remember any of the others.
All right, there it is. I love won a rock band competition, and Nick's like, as the singer, I was like, there you go.
You just have to match pitch, Jeremy. You just have to match pitch.
That's true. Yeah, get that note in the right spot.
Yeah.
And that is all of your questioning. Those are all of the 3 stories. Audience, remember, you are voting on who used to run a stuffed toys travel blog. Do you believe Charlotte? Do you think it is Steffi? Do you think it is Nick? Cast your votes now. 2 points on the line. Omar, it is time to get some thoughts from you after hearing these. Are they all believable, or is there anyone that, you hear it and you're like, that's not true?
I'm honestly, I have no fucking idea who's lying here or who was telling the truth.
We could have all gotten our own.
Right on.
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone was doing a pretty. Oh, is that a possibility? Shit.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, they could all be telling the truth. They could all be-
Yeah,
It is
let me
so
just tell you,
stacked
this game-
against you, Omar.
Poorly made game. Too many variables.
Babies.
I will say the only thing that cannot be a possibility is that 2 are telling the truth and 1 is telling a lie. That can't be a possibility. Because, they all need to be getting a story. So if one person's lying, they need to have someone else's story. So you can't have 2 telling the truth and 1 telling a lie.
And who has the better story than Bram?
So it's either all 3 lying, all 3 telling the truth, or 2 liars. Those are the possibilities. So yeah, knowing that, there's a lot of math.
All 3 feel so truthful. All 3 of them felt really good.
Could be. Well, before we get your final answers, audience, we are locking you in for the final game. Best of luck to you and Omar. So now what we're going to do is go down the line one at a time, the deceivers, and just ask you if they're telling the truth or telling a lie. So starting with Steffi, who got coffee for a popular actor. Is Steffi telling the truth or telling a lie?
Do I say?
I feel like
No. No, Omar.
Omar. I was like, wait, I forgot.
I feel like Steffi was telling the truth.
You want to lock
I'm
that
gonna go
in?
truth. Yes.
All right, locking in Steffi as a truth teller. Danny Trejo locking that in. On to Charlotte, who used to run a stuffed toys travel blog. Is she telling the truth or telling a lie?
This is the one that I felt like was maybe not true, but I don't know if that you just told me that the math of that doesn't work. If I think the other two are telling the truth, right?
That's, I mean, yes. Basically, if that is your answer, if your answer is truth, lie, truth, you will not get all three correct. I'm saying mathematically it won't happen, but you can do it.
It won't happen.
I've seen people do it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go lie then. I'm gonna go lie.
All right, lock in lie on Charlotte.
Yes.
All right, locking in lie for the travel blog, and then on to Nick, which mathematically, you would think is telling a lie, but your heart seems to be saying truth. So, do you think?
Fucking A,
Nick,
man. I'm gonna say lie as well, though. I'm gonna lock in lie as well, just because I have fucking no idea.
All right, let's lock in lie as well. So those are all of Omar's answers locked in. Truth, lie, lie. Audience, what did you think about who used to run a stuffed toys travel blog? Let's see how your votes landed. Those percentages.
23% for Nick.
My gosh. My good
Wow.
gosh. 76% think it is about 7. No one thinks Nick ran this blog. No one.
What?
Look at that.
Where's the fortune on you? Or whatever it was?
Where'd they go?
They all left. I don't know.
It's time to see how Omar did, and we'll be starting with Steffi, who claimed to have gotten a coffee for a popular actor. You thought Steffi was telling the truth. I can reveal that Steffi was telling a lie. Steffi was lying about that, but very well played. Excellent lie. Then on to Charlotte, who you thought was telling a lie about running a stuffed toys travel blog, and I can reveal that Charlotte was telling a lie. Yes, so you did get that one correct. Now
You know me
it
too
is
well,
all
Omar,
down.
just like you said.
Omar, just like in on it. I loved the story about the travel blog, though. It was great. Now it is down to this. So you're hoping that all three were telling lies here. So on to Nick. Won a month-long rock band competition at a restaurant. You thought Nick was telling a lie. I can reveal that Nick was telling the truth. It was a true story from Nick. Which means that since that was a true story from Nick, Steffi and Charlotte's stories were swapped.
Flipped.
Steffi is the one who ran a stuffed toys travel blog, which means, audience, you secured yourself 2 points by getting that correct. And Deceivers secured themselves 1 point for managing to 2 out of 3 of you fool Omar, which means at the end of the game of the entire Chump episode, the final scores of the audience with 3, the Deceivers with 4, but Omar unfortunately did not secure any points.
Did I get 2 there? What happened?
If you get 2 right, then you get a point. If you get 3, you get 2 points. Which means that Omar, unfortunately, looking at the scores, means the contestant Omar is going to be today's. There it is.
But that was inevitable, guys. It was literally inevitable.
Sorry to see it.
But yet, very, very well done by everyone in today's episode. And as a reminder to all of you watching, if you are a first member, we will be doing a post show, not right now, but you can watch it on Friday called Chump Change, where we will be, is it Friday? I think it actually comes out on Thursday. Comes out Thursday. Well, we'll be talking about all of these stories that we didn't get to hear in today's episode. So we'll hear the true stories about who that actor was that Charlotte got the coffee for, who ran, or like we know who ran it, but what was this travel blog? And then we're also going to hear about some horse shampoo from Omar, because why not? But we'll hear about that in the post show. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you again, Omar, Steffi, Charlotte, and Nick. And to everyone watching, we'll see you next week for yet another episode of Chump right here on RTTV. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, let us know in the comments down below who managed to fool you this episode. Or have you ever used horse shampoo before? We look forward to hearing about it. And that That's a callback to our post-show Chump Change. Become a first member so you can watch that. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week, everyone. Goodbye.